Everybody, welcome back to Shock and Shock. I'm your host, Church Gillis, and today is day 2 of the 12 days of Christmas on, I don't even know what day. We'll get there before it ends, but today is night of the dark full moon, or Silent Night, Bloody Night, which is what I know it as, directed by Theodore Gershuni from 1972. It's like a progenitor, I guess, almost of the slasher genre, or at least the modern slasher genre. And it's about these crimes that occur in this big mansion that was formerly a insane asylum, and it was owned by this old man who we see in the beginning he's on fire and dies, and he wants the house to stay as it stands, and his grandson comes and trying to sell it to these townspeople for a very low amount of money, and murders start happening. It's kind of a jumbled plot to try to discuss for review because I don't want to give anything away, and it's kind of hard to not give anything away if I'm going to describe much of the plot, like away from like that general basic synopsis that you'd see on Letterboxd or anything, because it is a movie that has a weird twist at the end that is fitting for the movie. It's very mean-spirited, and this is a very mean-spirited film. This is something that I saw a lot of people giving pretty low reviews. I didn't see many people enjoying this. It has a 2.8 out of 5 average. I didn't expect much, but I actually really enjoyed this. This is one of my favorite discoveries this holiday season, as far as Christmas horror movies go. It's just got this really grimy, grungy 70s vibe to it. I think the acting from the majority of the cast is pretty good. There are a couple weaker performances from our main townspeople. Some of them are kind of weak. It doesn't really distract from that, though. We get these townspeople trying to buy this house. Murders start happening, and they're, the grandson of the guy and others start to investigate what's going on. And people start getting these calls from someone that says that they are the daughter of the guy that owned the house, and it's obviously not a female voice, so it's who's making these calls, and it's just really creepy. It's very atmospheric. It's a very slow burn movie. There's not a lot of murders that happen in this, despite being a proto slasher film. When they are there, they are pretty brutal on screen. There's an axe murder in this that is pretty nasty. But my main thing about this, the thing that I really appreciated that lends to the atmosphere that I like so much, was the camera. Just the angles and everything used by Theodore in this film are crazy. We get so many first person shots, and it reminded me a lot of Black Christmas, but this came before that just by a couple of years. But this heavy breathing first person killer hiding in the closet. And we get these dark room. There's one where the room is pitch black and somebody gets killed, and it's just their face and their reaction to what's happening. Very ambitious shots for this film. It is very haunting to watch and grotesque, and it just makes you feel icky. That's for lack of a better term. It's a very cold, nasty movie that makes you feel like you need a shower. And I know a lot of people have a problem with the pacing in this. Pacing is slow, but I don't think it's ever boring. The atmosphere created, I always like these slow burn movies that are like this. It reminded me of something like Symptoms, which I'm also a huge fan of. And something like Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Slower paced, movies that rely more on atmosphere than actual action happening a lot of the time. If you're into that type of film, this is for you. And this doesn't have a good Blu-ray release, which I'm really hoping that changes in the future. I know this has a very low quality DVD release. I watched this on Tubi, and the film grade and everything is so evident in this. There's not a good transfer that exists currently, so I hope you get one, because this is a banger. I just really love the atmosphere. This is a very oppressive feeling movie, and it's very haunting. And yeah, I highly recommend it. That's it for this review. Zero thoughts, zero ratings, zero brain cells, and zero planning. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Keep your notifications on. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.